Amazonia.
I saw a lot of folks and the journalists over at GeekWire made a big deal about a comment that was made by David Zapolosky from Amazon. Do you know who that guy is? I think everyone knows who that guy is, right?
Yep.
Who is he?
He's with Amazon.
Yeah, but what's his title? Because everyone knows that, especially you.
Titles, I mean, that's...
What is a title? He's the Amazon Chief Global Affairs and Legal Officer, which you obviously knew. And obviously I knew that too. What's his name again? Zapolosky?
Something like that.
He was at an event, the Amazon Community Impact Reception. It was being hosted at the Spheres in Seattle yesterday. And they were talking about the company's philanthropy, their civic initiatives. They were talking about housing and, quote unquote, food security. And he was asked about Amazon's commitment to this region. And he says, we're not going anywhere. He said, obviously, this is a time of change, both in this region and around the world. And while it's certainly true he's talking about everything, he's mostly talking about Katie Wilson, new socialist mayor of Seattle. He said, Amazon remains committed to our home, this Puget Sound region. We are not going anywhere, and so we remain committed to building this community. Now, bad faith people who want you to think that businesses are not worried about Katie Wilson and it's just conservatives who are making up this topic are saying, see, Amazon's not leaving Seattle. Let me read to you that sentence one more time. Amazon remains committed to our home, this Puget Sound region. I don't know anyone who has been, at least anyone credible, who's been saying Amazon is leaving Washington state. They're certainly making moves like laying people off, and that impacts disproportionately Washington. I don't expect Amazon's going to just pull the plug on Washington as a state, even as the state gets more inhospitable to big business. But he didn't say Seattle, did he?
Nope.
He said Puget Sound region. What part of the Puget Sound is Amazon really big in right now?
Bellevue.
And where are they expanding in? Bellevue.
Yeah.
And where have they been eyeing for future development?
Bellevue.
Oh, look at that. Why do they look at this and claim that this was really them about being fully committed to Seattle? They're not fully committed to Seattle. And again, I don't think, they are not going to just immediately or even in the long term completely leave Seattle. They've committed a lot of money here, and they're in it for the long game unless something dramatic happens that would force their hands. But I don't expect it to get that bad. It's a question of whether or not they're going to continue to expand in this region. The answer is probably yes. So where? It's probably Bellevue. It's not going to be in Seattle. It's not. And anything that happens over the course of the next year or so was in the works for years. That's just the reality of how businesses this size operate. I don't want them to leave Seattle. I live in the neighborhood that Amazon built. I like it. I like what they've done to the place because of their security and their janitorial staff. They keep the place safe and clean. D'Artagnan loves their little
They do more
dog
than the
park.
city does.
Oh, 100%. Which is why it's always so just insane to me and irrational that the city keeps attacking Amazon, despite what it is they've provided to the city, including, by the way, a tax base. So we're seeing this event, and oh no, you know what this means? You know what this means? They're here to stay, and anyone who's even saying anything negative or critical of Katie Wilson, that's just some evil conservative. No, that's not what's going on. You don't even have to read between the lines. You have to read the literal line. You think he would have said Seattle if he meant Seattle? Yes, of course. Why would you not say Seattle? That was the implication of all of this. It's just so maddening.